answer that question, I'm just going to throw out a word from our sponsor, Cycle Forward Films. What's going to help make our show more successful are the relationships we develop with other people. For example, Props Metropolis and the other businesses who are in the new space that we're occupying. I'm meeting on Friday with an organization 3,000 strong here in Minnesota that I'm hoping I'll be able to help them actually produce a podcast, because that's what we do here at the show. We want to help build the community and make the community stronger by doing things like helping them do podcasts. And coming up on the 17th of September, one of those collaborations will be happening with Occupy Local. Do either of you remember the Occupy Wall Street movement that happened in 2011?
The movie?
To you vaguely.
Yeah, so it started the 17th of September 2011. So on the 17th of September 2011, a friend of mine from Harrisburg wanted to do a podcast, commemorating it and perhaps making it a weekly podcast up until the election in November, to sort of give people a chance to speak out and do what the Occupy movement did back in 2011. So I'm actually going to help with that podcast. It's going to be on the air. The same thing but that's from Harrisburg, but locally I'm hoping that we can get involved with the community here so it can help our show grow and help us produce in the movies that we're making, because that's the one thing about the process of making movies and making content. It takes time, it takes energy, and go ahead.
Patience.
Yeah. By us doing this weekly podcast and helping other people do their podcast, it definitely helps give me the patience to do everything right so that we produce the content that people want to see. So I just wanted to throw out that word from our sponsor before we go on to the next part of the show. And we all know what that next part of the show is, don't we?